You are probably using the wrong AI for half of your coursework. Not a worse chatbot. The wrong tool for the job in front of you, and it is costing you grades, hours, or money you did not need to spend. By the end of this, you will know exactly which AI to open for each thing you do in college, and which one to stop paying for. This past week, every major lab shipped at once. OpenAI put out GPT 5.6. Anthropic released Claude Fable 5. Google, XAI, and DeepSeek all pushed new models into the ranking sites within days of each other. So 5 labs are now fighting for the same tab in your browser: Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok, and DeepSeek. Here is the mistake almost everyone makes. They pick one, stay loyal, and use it for everything. But these models are not good at the same things. The gap between them changes completely depending on the task, and it is not small. The same model can be first in one category and dead last in the next. 5 labs, 5 jobs. A student actually does. I pulled the live leaderboard data today and ranked all of them. 2 kinds of evidence. Blind human votes, where hundreds of thousands of people compare 2 answers without knowing which model wrote which. And the hard benchmarks underneath. The coding tests and math exams. The labs cannot game as easily. One note before we start: these rankings move. New models ship weekly, and the order shifts. So I am giving you the pattern, not just the podium, because the pattern is what still holds next month. Let's count them down. Category 1. Coding. Myrmesis is crypt. This is the one that decides your CS grade and your internship portfolio. In 5th place, DeepSeek. But hold that thought, because DeepSeek is the best open source coder on the board, and its whole story comes later. 4th, Gemini. Strong on the pure bug fixing benchmark, weaker when people actually build a working app with it, which is what you are usually doing. 3rd, Grok. A year ago, it was an afterthought here. Now it is a real contender. 2nd, ChatGPT. GPT 5.6 scores 1636 on the web dev arena, where roughly 460,000 people blind voted on real coding tasks. And Claude takes coding. Claude Fable 5 sits at 1649, first on the human vote and first on the benchmark index. It is a small lead, but it is the only model that is first on both. If you are debugging an assignment at midnight or building the project that goes in your portfolio, this is the tab to open. That is the good news for Claude. It does not last. It does not last. Your essays, your cover letters, your applications. This is the closest category on the board. On the human vote arena, the top 5 models are separated by 15 points. Statistically, a tie. On AQ Bench, the writing quality benchmark, Claude wins writing 2, sitting at the top with a score of 2230. 2nd, ChatGPT, a hair behind. 3rd, Gemini, right there with it. 4th, Grok. Grok is the asterisk of this whole video. On one writing benchmark, it ranks first. On the others, it sits mid-pack. Take that as your reminder. One leaderboard is never the whole story, and anyone who ranks these off a single chart is selling you something. 5th again, DeepSeek. One warning that applies no matter which you pick. The higher a model scores here, the more its writing sounds like everyone else's, because everyone is using the same few winners. For an essay, use these to structure an edit, not to generate the whole thing. A grader can feel the difference, and so can an admissions reader, so the 2 quality categories both go to Claude. If the video ended here, you will pay for Claude and move on. Keep watching. Category 3, image generation, slides, project mockups, anything you need to look finished. This one is not close. ChatGPT wins, and it wins by the largest margin of any category here. GPT. Image 2 sits at 3085 on the text-to-image arena. Nearly 6 million blind votes, and nothing else touches it on text rendering or prompt accuracy. 2nd, Gemini, with a model people call Nano Banana. It is the one to beat for editing a picture you already have. 3rd, Grok, which leans cinematic and dramatic over accurate. But look at who is missing. Claude does not make an image model at all. Neither does DeepSeek. Your coding and writing champion cannot draw you a single slide. 2 of the 5 biggest labs simply do not compete here. And that is the point. If you were loyal to Claude, you did not even know this category existed for you. Loyalty to one brand leaves holes you cannot see. Category 4. Reasoning and math. The hard proofs, the multi-step problems, the stuff that used to be safe from AI. This is the marquee result of the week. According to Ethan Malik, GPT 5.6 produced a novel proof of a 50-year-old math problem, running 64 copies of itself in parallel in under an hour. Sit with that. On graduate-level science questions, the top models now beat human PhDs who are allowed to use the internet. The hard reasoning that used to be the safe, human part of your degree is the part moving fastest. So ChatGPT takes reasoning and math. On the raw intelligence index, Claude actually edges it, 60 to 59, close enough to call even. But the headline result this week is ChatGPT's, and on math specifically, it earns the top slot. 3rd, Grok. Genuinely strong on the hardest reasoning tests, the ones designed so no model could pass them. 4th, Gemini. 5th, DeepSeek. 4 categories in, Claude and ChatGPT are trading first place. And you are probably assuming the answer is simple. Pay for both. Ignore the other 3. That is exactly where the data turns on you. Category 5. Cost efficiency. Intelligence per dollar. The category nobody making these videos ranks. And the one that matters most when you are a student. The best model in the world at coding and writing Claude costs about 7.7 per million tokens. It finishes dead last on value. ChatGPT, 4th, Gemini and Grok near the top, smart models at roughly $1.30. And the value winner is DeepSeek at 18 cents. Roughly 40 times cheaper than the Quality King, for output that lands you most of the way there. The model that came in 5th in every other category wins the only category priced for a student budget. And most of these, DeepSeek, Gemini, Grok, have a free tier that covers the everyday work completely. That is the whole game in one line. The best AI and the best value are almost never the same model. The labs are not pricing on quality. They are pricing on how much they think you will pay. And a student who defaults to the most expensive name is subsidizing that. So here is the stack. Not one brand, the right tool per job. For code, open Claude. For essays and applications, Claude or ChatGPT. They are a coin flip, so use whichever you already pay for. For slides and images, ChatGPT, because the other one you like cannot do it. For a brutal proof or a reasoning-heavy problem set, ChatGPT. And for everything high volume and low stakes, first drafts, summaries, study notes, run DeepSeek or a free Gemini tier and keep your money. The edge was never picking the one best AI, it is knowing which one to open. That judgment is the skill, the brand loyalty is the trap. 5 labs, 5 jobs, no single winner. And that is the answer, not a cop-out. Match the tool to the task and you will outwork a classmate who swears by one app for everything, but data doesn't care how you feel about it.